Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. Merit issues a notice regarding Demerara River water taxi operations, while tragedy strikes as two Guyanese men are fatally shot in Paramaribo. Additionally, a fisherman's body is found, with a colleague still missing after a sea mishap. Furthermore, a businessman faces charges in a fatal accident case, and a security guard is charged and remanded for the murder of his ex-girlfriend's sister. Stay tuned for more details on these developing stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Merit notice regarding Demerara River water taxi operations. In a recent notice issued by the Maritime Administration Department, Merit, commuters, and boat operators traversing the Demerara River between Georgetown and Vreden Hoop are advised of operational changes. Effective immediately, the boarding and disembarking of passengers will be facilitated exclusively at the Harbor Master Boathouse during the hours of 17:30 HRS to 20:00 HRS daily. This adjustment aims to streamline operations and enhance safety measures for commuters utilizing water taxis along this route. Merit urges all affected parties to adhere to the specified guidelines until further notice. For further inquiries or updates, individuals are encouraged to stay informed through official Merit communications channels. The Maritime Administration Department is committed to ensuring the safety and efficiency of water transportation services within the Demerara River region. Two Guyanese men fatally shot in Paramaribo. In a tragic incident in the early hours of Wednesday, two Guyanese men, identified as Jeremiah Smith and Oswick Brasilio, were fatally shot in the capital city of Paramaribo, Suriname. Both individuals were known to the authorities in Guyana. Reports suggest that the victims were socializing on a street in Paramaribo North at approximately 2:30 a.m. when two assailants on a moped approached them and opened fire with machine guns. Despite attempts to evade the gunfire, one of the victims sought refuge in a nearby gutter, but tragically, it did not provide protection from the bullets. Following the shooting, the perpetrators fled the scene on their moped in an unknown direction. Efforts to locate the shooters have thus far been unsuccessful, and the case has been transferred to the Capital Crimes Department of the Surinamese Police for further investigation. The motive behind the attack remains unclear, and authorities are urging anyone with information about the incident to come forward and assist with the investigation. Fisherman's body found, colleague still missing after sea mishap. 4 days after Bharat Basundial, 45, and Ramdio Samal, 49, set out for a fishing trip, tragedy struck as Basundial's body was recovered while Samal remains missing. The two fishermen, residents of Deadwood Village, West Bank Burbus, had embarked on their journey early Friday morning, but by Saturday night, they had not returned home. Concerned about their safety, their families organized a search party on Sunday, scouring the waters in hopes of finding the missing men and their boat. Unfortunately, their efforts were in vain, prompting them to file a missing persons report. Early this morning, a grim discovery was made when Samal's lifeless body was found at Belladrum. However, there is still no sign of Basundial's colleague, deepening the sense of loss and uncertainty for their families. As the community mourns the loss of one fisherman and anxiously awaits news of the other, questions linger about the circumstances surrounding their disappearance at sea. Authorities continue to investigate the incident, hoping to provide closure to the grieving families and shed light on the tragic mishap that has left a void in the tight-knit fishing community of Deadwood Village. Businessman charged in fatal accident case. Navindra Nareen, a 20-year-old businessman from Enmore, East Coast Demerara, faced charges related to the death of 16-year-old Anjali Kemraj in a tragic accident. Nareen appeared before Magistrate Peter Hugh at the Cove and John Magistrates Court, where he was charged with causing Kemraj's death by dangerous driving. The court heard that Kemraj tragically succumbed to her injuries on Friday, 5 days after being struck down by Nareen, who was allegedly driving recklessly and under the influence of alcohol at the time of the incident in Enmore, East Coast Demerara. The accident, which occurred around 19:30 HRS on Easter Monday, resulted in Kemraj's death and left two others injured, Kayshawn Samaru, 14, and 11-year-old Rais Persad, a student of Hope West Primary School. Reports indicate that Noreen's motor car, with license plate PA 3091, was traveling south along the Grassfield Access Road when he purportedly lost control of the vehicle. The car then plowed into the trio before landing in a nearby drain. The injured adolescents were rendered unconscious and critically injured, requiring immediate medical attention. They were rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital for treatment. In light of the severity of the charges and the circumstances surrounding the accident, Noreen was granted bail in the sum of $350,000. The case remains ongoing as investigations continue into the tragic incident that claimed Kemmeridge's life and left the community mourning the loss of a young soul. Security guard charged and remanded with murder of ex-girlfriend's sister. Stephen Hope, a 31-year-old security guard from Haslington, East Coast Demerara, has been charged with murder nearly a month after the tragic shooting that resulted in the death of his ex-girlfriend's sister. The incident left Ashanti Liverpool, 24, fatally wounded by a gunshot to her chest. Hope, who had been hospitalized under police guard due to a self-inflicted gunshot wound, has now been remanded to prison following his recovery. Appearing before Magistrate Fabio Azor at the Vigilance Magistrates Court, Hope was charged with the murder of Ashanti Liverpool. He was not required to enter a plea during the court proceedings. Reports suggest that on the night of March 19, Hope went to the Hong Kong Chinese supermarket in Good Hope, East Coast Demerara, where he collected an AR-15 rifle and ammunition from a colleague. Afterward, he proceeded to his girlfriend's residence and encountered her sitting in a car with another male. Following this encounter, Hope left briefly, returned armed with the rifle, and entered the house where Ashanti Liverpool was present. Upon not finding his girlfriend at home, Hope inquired about her whereabouts, and upon learning that she had left, he allegedly opened fire at Ashanti as she attempted to flee. Ashanti managed to run outside but collapsed in a nearby yard after being shot. Hope then fled the scene on a motorcycle. Following the shooting, Hope reportedly went to another supermarket, the Hongxing Supermarket at Industry Railway Embankment, where he collected another rifle and ammunition from a colleague. It is believed that he then turned the firearm on himself, sustaining a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The tragic incident has left the community in shock, and Hope now faces legal proceedings as he stands accused of Ashanti Liverpool's murder. Roof collapse at Stabroek Market injures 5. 5 individuals sustained injuries on Wednesday after a section of the roof at the Stabroek Market wharf collapsed, prompting an immediate halt to vending activities in the vicinity. The incident, which occurred around 10:30 a.m., resulted in the area being cordoned off and inaccessible to the public. Eyewitnesses reported hearing a loud cracking sound emanating from the deteriorating structure before it collapsed, trapping several individuals beneath the fallen wood and zinc. Emergency responders, including firefighters from a nearby outpost, swiftly arrived at the scene to assist. The collapsed section, located near the meat section of the market at the back entrance, was obliquely opposite the river taxis. President Dr. Irfan Ali, along with several government ministers and city council members, visited the scene to assess the situation. To address the immediate danger posed by the dilapidated wharf, the Ministry of Public Works pledged support to the mayor and city council in removing the rubble and securing the area. Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben emphasized the importance of isolating the site to prevent further damages. Mayor of Georgetown, Alfred Mentor, highlighted the impact of the collapse on coastguards, commuters using the wharf, and vendors. He stressed the need for a long-term solution to ensure the safety of all individuals in the area. Minister Deodat Indar from the Public Works Ministry noted that the 5 injured individuals were residing on the wharf, highlighting the added risk of fire hazards. Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Sonia Parag acknowledged vendors' concerns about safety during a recent visit to the market. Efforts are underway to address the immediate aftermath of the collapse and to develop strategies for long-term structural improvements to prevent similar incidents in the future.